Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastic. Well, it's Connor here, and we are back here with another episode of the Rumour Mill. Yes, your One Leeds fix is back. If you want some more One Leeds fix, everybody, we do have a Patreon account. We have 2 videos a week. We have 8 videos a month. The link's in the description. It's a £5 per month. I'll let you guys have a little bit of an exclusive. Yesterday, I put the Luis Sinisterra player profile that I'd done exclusively to Patreon earlier on in the week. Put that on YouTube, and you guys seem to really have enjoyed it. It's gone on about 11, 12,000 views. So thank you so much for that. And also, we put out a video a little bit later on yesterday, Generation Leeds, episode 2. You guys will love that as well. Around about 12, 13,000 views, I think, as we're counting. The interaction is fantastic. We've got nearly 200 comments, so thank you so much. It's great that you guys are enjoying that. Yeah, fantastic. So, what I would like to say as well, there was a lot of people asking me, because I did put a rumour mill out yesterday, guys, but I had to private it because some people getting very, very upset with what I was saying. Now, let me just clarify a few things. When I'm speaking about Mo Kamara, I have completely moved on from Mo Kamara. I am getting constantly asked in the Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs, whatever it is, Connor, what do you think of Mo Kamara, even though Tyler Adams has happened? Why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? Is it going to affect Leeds in the long term? So naturally on videos, you speak about that because that's your viewership wanting to know a little bit about it. I've completely moved on. I understand we're with Tyler Adams now. We move on. We back Tyler Adams. I've said this several times. Now, for people calling me negative because I've not moved on, that's absolute rubbish. On the One Leeds Twitter account, we're putting graphics up of Tyler Adams. We're encouraging him. We've sent him a direct message as well, or a message on Twitter and all this sort of good stuff. So all I'm saying, everybody, is don't jump the gun with it. I think the problem is I put the rumour mill out yesterday, and then Luis Sinisterra signed, and everybody expected me to be jumping from the rooftops. It was pre-recorded, okay? So we've not signed Sinisterra at that point. As well, Jesse Marsh. Some people seem to be really, really annoyed with the comment, which is me saying that the pressure is on Jesse Marsh. I'm sticking by that. I don't care. That is my opinion. People seem to be getting really, really irked by that. I backed Jesse Marsh to the hill. I was the one who was standing up for him last season when Bielsa was gone. Short memories in football, isn't it? But listen, I am fully behind Jesse Marsh, but the pressure is on him. It's really that simple. It's football now. We're not in the Bielsa era where there's no pressure on Marcelo because of what he's done and the credit that he's got in the bank. He has his players in now, Jesse Marsh. He has pressure on him. That's the football manager's job, to have pressure, and now he's been fully backed. I don't see the problem with that, but you know, there seems to be a negative connotation associated with that from some people. I don't know why, but I thought it was best to just bring that back and private that video. So yeah, you still got 2 videos yesterday, guys. Well, you got 3 videos yesterday because it was a Patreon video release, but I just wanted to address that a little bit because I've got absolutely no problem with Jesse Marsh. I want Jesse Marsh to succeed. You know, and yeah, the Mo Kamara thing is just answering people's questions. So yeah, let's get on to the real stuff anyway. Yesterday, Leeds United played Blackpool in a friendly 4-0 win. Really nice performance, really great start, I will say. Really enjoyed performances from certain individuals. I will say Junior Firpo, you know, Junior, but yeah, I don't normally give him compliments, but I thought he was good yesterday. I thought he was decent. One defensive, oh god, I'll get the negative branch here, right? But I'm just holistically looking at his performance. When he was going forward, looked really, really good, looked really, really dangerous. They didn't seem to defend on that right-hand side against his presence on the left-hand side. One defensive error where I thought, you know, that was maybe his true colours coming through a little bit when it came to defensively. The winger had the ball, Junior just dived in, and then Pascal Strout just, you guys will remember it, he sort of like just nudged him out, and then he got the ball, and that's how you properly defend. Don't dive in, just nudge him out. But listen, Junior got a goal, nice little header. I believe he got an assist as well, and then he got a goal ruled out as well, where he put the ball in as well. So listen, really, you know, one of the better performances I've seen from Junior Firpo. Archie Gray, I thought was magnificent. I thought he was absolutely magnificent. Just didn't stop. Now, if that kid bulks up, which he will do naturally over time, he's going to be some player, and you can tell why they're all really excited about him. He's got an absolute engine on him, doesn't stop. I mean, it's about 73rd, 74th minute, and he's just tear-assing after players. And you can understand in a compact system where the football is just going to be all narrow and sort of through the middle, where he's going to be an absolute nightmare because midfielders are not going to be allowed any time on the ball. We do have to remember, we have to calm down. It's not being negative. We have to calm down. He is like 16 years of age, so we've got to let him grow and have time and, you know, develop and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, you can see why Jesse's really excited by him. I thought Gelhardt looked good as well. Lovely touch for the 3rd goal. Ball played over the top by Archie Gray. Lovely touch, killed it. And then nice little ball to Rodrigo. Mark Rocker, I thought he looked brilliant. I really do. I thought he was one of the standout, wants the ball. Oh, this is the elite quality I'm talking about. This is without any disrespect, okay? And I know Leeds fans might get a bit upset about this, but some of you won't, and I know you won't. Look at the difference in when Forshaw came on to when Rocker was playing. Rocker constantly wants the ball in any situation. Any situation he wants the ball, he'll drop between the back two, which Forshaw does as well. But every pass I was watching Forshaw, a lot of it is just side to side. Every time Rocker gets the ball, he's trying to be direct. He's trying to move the ball over the top. He's trying to play it in between the lines. That's the difference between the elite players. It's I can make this happen. Doesn't matter. I've got the technical ability to make this happen. You watch Adam Forshaw. I like Adam, but a lot of it is short little passes, one-touch passes, and then he'll play it, back or side to side. That is my one big criticism because, when Forshaw came on, the team was completely different, of course, but there is no... I mean, Lewis Bate was at least trying to make the action, at least trying to press the action, put the ball forward, get it between the lines through transition. Adam just doesn't do that. And I know that's not his game, but you just saw the difference in between what could happen in the double pivot if Rocker was there and Rocker not being there. Because listen, everybody, if Tyler Adams and Adam Forshaw, let's say, are in a pivot together, one of them's got to be able to distribute. And, Adam Forshaw just isn't that sort of player. But listen, overall, really, really good performance. A fantastic first 30, 35 minutes. Really, really nice. You forget last season we lost to Fleetwood, everybody. I mean, that was major under 23 setup, but it was last night as well. I thought they looked good. But yeah, I thought, it was a really, really top performance, and you could tell they understood the system as well. You can see why he keeps Greenwood in there. I don't think Greenwood's fantastic, to be honest, but he's knowing the system, isn't he? He gets the system, and you can just believe that with the likes of Sinistera, Brendan Harrison, Christensen, Tyler Adams, it's only going to benefit the system. I mean, surely it's only going to get better and better. So, after the game as well, Jesse was asked about Rafinha and essentially came out and said, we know where he wants to move. I'm paraphrasing here, of course. We know where he wants to move. We know his end goal, but with us, we don't know if he's going to be with us on the trip to Australia, which is obviously very, very soon. I mean, they go to Australia on the 14th, I believe. It might actually be a couple of days before. I know they play Brisbane, I think, on the 14th, or they're flying into Brisbane, whatever. But yeah, he doesn't know what's happening. And I'm a bit confused at Rafinha, to be honest. I don't really understand what his mindset is at the minute, I mean, apparently he's come back to training and he's all in it and all this sort of stuff, which is great to see. But I'm just a little bit worried about the financing. Are we going to be all right financing another striker? Or is the reason that we're putting big bids in for players like De Ketelaere because we know we're going to get rid of Rafinha? But I just don't think that's going to get done. And I'm so worried about that lot, everybody, the Barcelona lot, because news has broke today that apparently they still owe Frankie de Jong 17 million quid. They are willing to pay him 3 million, but they want Manchester United to offset the rest of that money on top of the transfer fee that they're paying for him. They're an absolute nightmare, They owe millions and millions of pounds to players, to other clubs still. And I just can't see how they want to, they're going to be able to get this done. But I can't as well see what is Rafinha thinking. I understand it's Barcelona, but it's not that Razzmatazz Barcelona anymore. It's really not. It's a sad state of affairs with what Barcelona, and I don't care at all. But it's a sad state of affairs from where they were. They've had some excellent teams under Bobby Robson, Rijkaard, Pep Guardiola. And they're nowhere near the same team, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo. That's who he'd grown up supporting and loving and watching in Brazil and idolizing. I completely get that. You'll watch Neymar at Barcelona as well. I understand all that, but when it comes down to it, they're not that club anymore. They're really not. They're in dire straits every single season. And they're not going to be competing for La Liga titles. They're not going to be winning La Liga titles consistently. That's probably going to be Real Madrid's bag for the next 4 or 5 years when they're in this financial mess. So I don't understand what Rafinha's going there for. I really don't, because it's not the Barcelona that it was. At least, if you go to Chelsea, then, Barcelona might be able to strike another sponsorship deal in a couple of years' time. And, you're going to be a couple of years older, and then maybe Chelsea are able to agree a bid with Barcelona, which I'm sure could happen. But at the minute, I just don't really understand it. And Leeds clearly need the money. Now, why I say that is because Jesse Marsh came out last night and he said, I believe we're going to get a striker and maybe that's it. Well, he said that's it. That's what he believes is going to be it. But I fully believe maybe they've got a pot for a striker right now. They'd be able to add to that pot if Rafinha was sold, obviously. But if Rafinha is sold in general and they've got a striker in beforehand, I thoroughly believe they'd be able to get in a left back. They'd be able to thicken out the squad a little bit more as well. Obviously, bring in an experienced goalkeeper, maybe, hand out a couple of contracts or whatever. But that's 60 million for Rafinha, and it's still on the table from Chelsea as well. But allegedly, Leeds United today are looking to make a 33 million quid bid De Ketelaere, which would be a club record. Obviously, we know De Ketelaere can play anywhere across the front three, which would take Leeds United spending to 124 million. But you've obviously got to see what the net spend is there. Everybody, the net spend's very different. But Leeds, according to the Mirror, are willing to pay 32, 33 million. But then you're looking at allegedly, according to Fabrizio Romano, AC Milan are going to be increasing their bid. So once again, we've seen this before, haven't we, with Leeds, where we hang in. We did it with Aronson, didn't we? And obviously we struck a deal, didn't we, for the summer window? But we wanted him in January, and we stuck, and it never came to fruition until the summer. Obviously, but he'd have surely helped us in January. We just needed another body, didn't we? But my overall point is, I get that we're going to test the waters. I understand that, but it doesn't even seem like it's down to financials anymore. They're clearly going to accept it. Club Bruges, they've clearly given Leeds a figure, but De Ketelaere and his agent have just come out, and there's several times that they've come out and just said, "Nah, it's not for us. We want to go to AC Milan. We want to strike a deal with them." And he's from the start, he's wanted AC Milan as well. So I just don't understand why Victor Orta and Leeds are still pressing the action. Maybe they're just hoping that Milan falter at some point, but how long do you stay in there? Because you ideally want a striker in for Leeds United before they go away to Australia. And this De Ketelaere thing is just going to drag out as much as the Rafinha thing is. And do you really want someone coming to the club who isn't all in for it? I don't think so. Anyway, Carlos Corberán sacked from Huddersfield Town, but Leeds United are obviously on the hunt for a first-team coach. Corberán is massively admired still, obviously, by Victor Orta, and they're very, very close. So you do wonder, there's been rumours of Sunderland, him going and taking the job up there, obviously a much bigger club. But apparently he wasn't happy with the transfer kit he was given. But it'd be great to see Carlos back in maybe first-team coach capacity, and then maybe he's looking at his future there as well. And that's what I was saying right at the start, everybody. We know what can happen with Jesse if he goes through a game. If he goes through a period of 0 wins in 10, he could win 8-9 games out of 10. But I'm saying if he doesn't win, maybe that many games in 10, Leeds will be looking at it, and then Carlos might be thinking to himself, well, if I just put myself in there, who knows what could happen? Yeah, we'll have to see on that one. It's going to be interesting to see everybody. But please let me know what you think. Everyone really enjoyed this one. Keep the smiles on your faces. Leeds winning 4-0. Really happy with the performance. Bamford is not in the squad. He wasn't in the squad. Apparently, he played against Stoke behind closed doors. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. I think some reports came out afterwards saying Jesse was just looking to rest him, but it's just that tentativeness with Patrick Bamford, isn't it? It's not wanting him to have that reoccurring injury, which we're all just so nervous about. They have to thicken that squad. It was great to see Gelhardt last night playing in that advanced 2 role. I thought he was really decent, but we have to remember as well, guys, that it is Blackpool. We're coming up against elite teams in less than a month, so they need to thicken that out really, and sort of just put contingency plans in place, which I think they've done so far. But the squad definitely needs adding to. Have a good one, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you.